Hi guys, this is my tag video as requested by Xfile2708 and evilslothman. I'm not bothering doing separate ones for each person because it did take me forever. So I spent some time last night and put 10 facts together and picked 10 victims, as it were, to tag after me. So yeah, let's get down to it. First up, I made a list of these. I'm absolutely rubbish at these tag videos, trying to come up with stuff. But yeah, first up is my very first car was was a Fiat Panda, a white one, back in 1997, and cars were very expensive. It didn't even come with a stereo. There wasn't even a slot for it in the car, so I had to get a CD player, a portable CD player that I own, plug in a pair of PC speakers and hook that up to the cigarette lighter. I was driving around in that for months on end. Sadly, I owned that car for 9 months before writing it off after losing control on the way to work and hitting a bus. It destroyed the front end completely. I was fine, but the car, sadly, that was the end of it. Yeah. Anyway, next fact. I wear contact lenses. Bit of a boring one, but I had to come up with something. Yeah, I've been wearing them for about 10 years. Daily disposables. Very uninteresting, I suppose, but beats glasses. Next up, I used to work as an accountant. Did that for 7, possibly 8 years. I got really bored of it as a job, though. I mean, basically, I worked for about 5 or 6 different companies, and all you ever did every month was the same thing over and over. I mean, the companies were different, but the account structure never changed, and I went between different departments like sales, purchase, nominal, and whatever. Got really bored with it in the end, and then just decided I wanted something a bit of a challenge. I'd always been into messing around with the PC, was quite knowledgeable at the time, so decided just to quit full-time work and go back to college and yeah, start out from there. I mean, that was about 2002, 2003. I'm still paying off the student debt and probably will be for about another 15 years. Anyway, moving on. Xfile said this in his video. About his work experience when he was back at school. I actually worked at the chocolate companies, Nestle Rowntree's, or Rowntree's Nestle's, however you pronounce it. I was in one of the offices. Nothing exciting, but I did get a tour around the factory. Got to eat some of the goodies and went to the on-site shop. You know, they was like selling racks and racks of candy bars for like 5p a time. Fantastic 2 weeks that was. Sadly, I almost ruined that because towards the end, one of my duties was to replace the backup tapes every so often, and I managed to wipe out the monthly backup tapes. They weren't best pleased. Yes. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, some of you may or may not know my holiday to Japan. I was due to fly out in August. It has been cancelled. Doctor won't give me a letter saying I'm fit to fly. Basically, there's a chance of a blood clot forming on the flight, and it's just too risky, he said. So I'm buggered. So I've had to pay an extra 500 quid, which I'm not best pleased about. My mate has as well, to move the holiday to Christmas. So yeah, I'm flying out on the 21st of December for 2 weeks, and I've never been away at Christmas before, so it's going to be an interesting holiday. And I suppose it beats sitting around in 40-degree humidity over summer, so it'll be quite cold at Christmas. Next up, sorry, I'm reading off the list there. I've met quite a few famous people, surprisingly enough. It's rather there's just some strange encounters, not where you'd expect. But the very first one I ever met was about 17 or 18. Sorry, actually no, I was definitely 18 at the time. Because it was in a pub. I actually met Terry Pratchett in Liverpool, you know, the guy who writes the Discworld novels. I realised who it was at the time, but I'm just not one to be starstruck or anything like that, and we just started chatting, and it wasn't like chatting around the box or anything, just, you know, chatting around how things were, how he was doing, that sort of stuff. Just, you know, just spoke to him for about an hour, shook his hand and everything. Cracking guy to get on with, yeah. But yeah, that was my claim to fame. Next up, I've never broken anything before, but this is not the first time I've done damage to this leg. About 2002-2003, I was in Manchester about 1 o'clock in the morning. We were going on to another nightclub with a load of mates. They're absolutely, you know, bladdered, K-line, whatever, drunk out of our skulls. And as we were walking down the road where the BBC is, next to the footpath there's like that's your road, and there's like a big high railing, and we all thought we'd jump over the top, you know, in one go, see if we could all do it. And, you know, we're having a great time. I did it a couple of them, and then on about the third or fourth time I jumped over and just landed funny on my right leg, and it just disappeared beneath me. And I can remember the strange sensation at the time. It just with the entire leg just went like that. It turns out I'd torn the ligament, but there was no pain at the time. I was absolutely drunk, and whilst me and my mates were just laughing at it because I could barely move for a bit, we just carried on to the nightclub. You know, we went on, carried on getting drunk, and sadly at the end of that, I got separated from my mate whose house I was staying, because I don't live in Manchester or anywhere near it. You know, I couldn't get a taxi back because I just didn't have enough money on me at the time. And the thing is, he lived in a place called Cheetham Hill. So I had to drag myself literally by my just you know, just with one leg, hop and drag myself for 2 to 3 miles to where he lived. I mean, even at the time, I remember I didn't actually know exactly where it was, just the name of the street and possibly where his house was, and it was a long road. God knows how I managed it. But yeah, when I woke up the next morning, my knee was like 5 times the size of what it should be. You know, it all swollen up. So it was straight off to casualty. Ah, funny times, eh? Strange times. Next up, yeah, actually in about 2003, I actually went to ninjutsu classes. You know, the martial arts and all, like ninjas and all, jumping around and stuff. I completely forgot about this. I did that for about 2 years, strangely enough. But the guy who taught it all, you know, he was like 16th, 17th Dan. Quite famous as well, and that's literally about 16, 17 black belts. And he could do some amazing things. Like one of them, you know, I've never couldn't believe it. You know, you see it in film and stuff, but he was actually capable of running like 9 or 10 feet up a wall, jumping back, spinning, and landing on his feet like it was nothing. Saw some incredible stuff. I mean, the weapons training, yeah, they use real weapons. You could go in and watch the black belts bashing around and knocking the hell out of each other. Using proper like sword steel weapons before they were all banned in the UK. Oh, amazing stuff. Yeah, next up, I don't want to say I'm going to run out of time at this rate. I've got a hospital appointment on Friday. Sorry, I'm running out of ideas. A hospital appointment on Friday. I'm hoping to get this bloody cast off. Past couple of days, I mean, it does literally feel like my foot is just in a bandage now. I mean, I've got full feeling back in it. I can move the toes and stuff and move it quite well. So I'm hoping they will give me the go-ahead to get rid of the cast and start putting a bit more weight on it. So fingers crossed for that. Next up, whilst I was in holiday, I don't think I mentioned this, but in hospital, bloody hell, that was not a holiday, God no. I sent my parents off with a credit card and got them to pick me up a DSi, which I played like buggery. Quite a few games for it as well at the time. First up, New Zealand Story Revolution. I love the original New Zealand Story, big fan. Absolutely fantastic game. I'll just drop one of them. Next up, one of the Dragon Quest titles. I've always been a big fan of RPGs, so I thought I'd have a crack at one of them. Another one in the Dragon Quest. I believe this is the first of the trilogy. That was part 2, so I showed you before. The third game's out soon, so I'll be picking that up. And last but not least, Chinatown Wars. Again, I played this to death, good 25-30 hours, really enjoyed it. And strangely enough, I've not touched it since I came out, and it's still not complete. So, yeah, that's 10 facts about me. I am really running short on time here, so I'm going to call it a day, I think. I've picked 10 people. I'm going to put them into the description. I'll whisper them quick now. One half of the sketch, Cessnace, Gamer Pigeon, Retro Gamer Daz, that's the editor of Retro Gamer, good guy, needs to get more involved in the community though, so tag video please. Quasimod, Nintega, Star Soldier 1, very funny channel, really do like that guy, got some great stuff on there. Weird name now, Fat Funk, he's a Famicom collector. And Maximum RD, he started watching his stuff recently. He's convinced me to buy an Amiga CD32, which will be coming hopefully soon in another video. And last but not least, Retro Gamer 3. Yeah, as always guys, I'll do my best to post another video soon, so thanks for watching.